Good morning, everybody, and welcome to 4x4 Knuckle Busters. I am your host, Brett. Today's video is about, that's right, the new project truck. And it's officially got a name. Introducing the Ugly Duckling. That's right. I did say it in one of the previous videos, and somebody actually said that's a catchy name for that. So that's what it is, the Ugly Duckling. And it is the Ugly Duckling right now. In today's video, we're going to go over everything that's wrong or bad about the truck and the good things about the truck, just like promised in 2 videos ago. So let's start with the bad, the ugly and the Ugly Duckling. Now, some of this stuff is not a big deal. You'll say, well, that's just cosmetic. Well, it's mostly cosmetic. I mean, it runs great. There's no leaks other than the factory steering stabilizer, which is right there. You see, it's all covered in oil. That's the only leak that's on the vehicle, and that's not that bad because we do have the dual steering stabilizer, so it kind of makes up for it. So the bad, obviously, you can see the paint, which you're going to address. It's just surface rust. Paint here is peeling, actually peeling. So I do have an idea. I'm not going to paint it like I have the other ones, but there's little surface rusts all over the place. Little dings and dents. I'm not worrying about the dings and dents because it is a work truck. But as you can see, just little surface rust, easily sanded down, primered, fixed. So got little spots throughout the whole truck. Peeling here. The bumper is, because of the big tires, it's been hitting the bumper, so it's kind of been pushing the trim out. It's got a dent here. The guy did use it for off-roading, so obviously it's not going to look pretty. A dent right here. Has some aftermarket blacked out headlights, which are ugly. They will be changed. And then the grill. The chrome on the grill is peeling. That will be replaced also. The grills and lights front and back are stupid cheap, so we will be going back to factory style lights. We're going to be going to the factory grill. We're not going to be doing any billet or anything like that. I like the factory look. Also with the bad, like I said, because the tires are so big, it's kind of forcing the trim out. It's also hitting back there. The tires are rubbing. Easily fixed again, just have to trim them up. You got the factory vinyl that's peeling. Missing the hubcaps. The bed liner has seen better days. Again, all this is easy fix, and it will be fixed. It's going to be looking better. It's not going to be Ugly Duckling. He had a hitch and ball, which he did not give me the key for, so we're going to have to cut that lock off. Taillights got cracks in them. Again, a set of these factory taillights are like 25 bucks for the pair, so no big deal. I might upgrade to LED taillights. They're just a little bit more, but again, they're really cheap. So that's for the bad on the outside. Also with this light bar they put on, it's kind of hokey. They dented the roof and then just put caulking, but it works. I mean, there's no leaks. Now for the inside. We kind of went over this a little bit. It is dirty. I did have it detailed and only cleaned up so much. But the bad, the dash is gone, basically. It's all cracked up. You know, bezel's all cracked up and gone. They shampooed the carpet twice. They did get a lot of it out, but it is still dingy and dirty. So probably looking at doing new carpet in the future. Again, none of this stuff's going to be right away. This is going to be a project for a while. I did previously say how I ripped out the amps they had, so we're going to have to rip all this wiring out. When I ripped out the amps, the radio stopped working. It was working before, so, and then I kind of just briefly looked at the wiring job they have. It's really, really hokey. So I'm going to have to just go rip all that wiring out, figure out what they did, and try to get the radio working again. I'm not going to put amps and subs, anything like that, just the factory speakers, which it already has. So I'm hoping they didn't mess up the wiring too much. As you can see, the one sun visor has a little tear in it, but it's dirty. This one's just dirty, doesn't have any tears. They tried getting the motor oil out of the roof, but just, we got a lot of it out, but just didn't happen, but it caused it to start the bubble now. So, missing a coat hanger clip over there in the back. So again, headliner material is really cheap. It's not a big problem. We're probably gonna end up doing that. The clip on the back window is broken. So it does close, but it doesn't lock close. Other than that, I mean, had the puppies in the back seat, so it's a little dirty. But it's just dirt, can be cleaned up. The back part is pretty clean. Again, when they had the stereo in here, they had some home speakers just sitting on the back seat, and I went ahead and took the wiring back behind here and also on the other side the same way. So I am gonna have to, probably in the next video, start to dig into the wiring, what they did, because I want to get my radio back working and have it working right. As you can see, it has the dingy yellow amber lights. Kind of hate it, but they work. So, and then they did some kind of aftermarket alarm right there. Bluetooth for the radio, but they had it up there in that corner, which I don't like, because when I talk on the phone, a lot of times, like, my wife is with me and I talk to my mom or something, they like to talk too. So I'm probably going to do it somewhere, tuck it in behind the roof, and probably put it somewhere right here in the middle. And then there's the little red switch over there for the LED light bar. But other than that, that's pretty much all the ugly on the inside. It might seem like a lot, but none of this stuff costs a lot, and none of it's a lot of work. And all of it can be easily fixed, and over time will be. And then, let me go over the good. The good is it runs phenomenal. The seats are in great shape. The thread did just barely start to come out right here, and the same on the other side. My wife's handy with a needle. I can have her come out and help fix that. It does have a brand new Rough Country 3-inch suspension with the upgraded N3 shocks all the way around. Brand new shocks, brand new suspension. Has pretty much brand new 35-inch tall tires and aftermarket rims. The chrome on the rims is starting to bubble too, so the rims are not that new. As you can see, new shocks. But the rims are in good shape for right now, so we are going to keep them for right now. Later on, they might get changed out, maybe. So that's the good. Brand new suspension. I did just have, again, I know how to do brakes, but as a safety wise, I don't do brakes. So I did have my buddies down there at 76 in Rancho Cucamonga and Haven, just above the 210, put all brand new brakes on and new front hubs. The bearing and the hubs are one on this truck, and the bearings were out. So that was fixed. So now it rides and stops amazing. Let's go underneath the hood here. As you can tell, it has a K&N intake system. Love K&N, have it in pretty much all my vehicles. It's got the 5.9 liter. The air conditioning works great. There's no leaks. There's pretty much nothing wrong with the engine. I mean, like I said, it works great. There's no leaks. There's a little oil from when people do oil change, they're just not careful, but there's no sealed leaks or anything like that. The battery could probably use another tie down. It's starting to get rusty, and definitely cables. Somebody uses a screw to, come on guys, don't do that. The battery tray is cracked a little bit, but not a problem. I can actually fix that. And then the positive battery cable, that's just gross. So as far as the stereo system wise, let me show you something. Somebody really didn't know what they were doing. As you can tell, melted. And yeah, I just ripped this out because it was easy to rip out, but they actually had these wires exposed. The jacket was like back here, so all this was exposed. This is to the LED light. We have to go redo that. Come on guys. But yeah, it's burnt there. And then they just shoved the wires through a grommet, which is good. At least they put it through a grommet, but they didn't put all the wires together. And then they have it coming through right there, that big wire, down here. They also have all this big old bunched up wires from the stereo system. We're gonna have to clean that up. The alarm, I hate when people do this, but they just tapped into the factory wiring. Duct, electrical tape, zip ties, leaving wires exposed like this. Come on, guys. It's not the right way to do it. And then again here, leaving the wires exposed outside the box like that, near carpet, neoprene carpet, which catches on fire very easy. Very dangerous to do. So I did disconnect it from the battery, and as you can tell right there, you can see the little melted plastic. It was already starting to melt. And here's the carpet where it was right next to. All that wiring. We're gonna have to rip all that out. You can see that nut in the back has to be tightened down. I think they had to take the seats out to get this in there. So I might have to do that to rip out the wiring, so that won't be this video. But again, all the wiring that they did is just right back there. And we're probably gonna start with the next video, ripping out all that wiring. For one, because we're not gonna use it. For two, because it's just set up as a fire hazard. So we'll try to in the next video rip out all that wiring, get the radio working again, and then I might have a little modification that I already have had that I was going to put in Project Ruby, like I said in one of the previous videos. Might be installing that modification. It's something small but pretty cool. Oh, and the last thing is the bed's kind of bent, touching the cab, but barely touching it, so it's not a big deal. I'm not going to put motorcycles in here. I'm not going to put you know, quads or anything like that. It's just going to be work picking stuff up from Home Depot and stuff. But that's pretty much it. The bad, the ugly, what we're going to fix, the good parts. Like I said, it drives like a dream. I am probably, not the next video, but probably the video after that, after I pay off some of the brake job I did. I think it really desperately needs a tune-up. I like to do tune-ups whenever I buy new vehicles anyways, because I don't know what the last time they did it is. So I'll probably go and do a full tune-up and oil change and check the other fluids. And not the next video, but the video after that. So if you liked it, you want to stay subscribed, please hit the subscribe and find where this project is going to go. It's going to look sick. It's going to look pretty much, as far as stance wise, the same. I'm not going to change the stance. I'm not going to put a bigger lift kit. I'm not going to do any of that because I actually like the way it rides and I actually like the way it looks. And it's just comfortable enough to get into right now. And if I went any bigger, it's going to be too difficult to get into. Right now it's set up to where I can take the dog, can take the wife, can take the baby. So, but it's going to look sick. It's definitely going to look different, but the same, if that makes sense. So if you like the way this is going, you want to stay subscribed, you want to learn things, you want to see how it's turning out, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the like for this video, and please leave your comments. I love hearing you guys' comments, your inputs. I do things that subscribers say. This is a YouTube build. As far as the name was picked by a subscriber. And other things that we're doing, actually subscribers have hinted to wanting to see and or would like me to do just in general. So please hit the subscribe button. It's going to be epic. We do still have the wife's Jeep over here, Shihara, that we are going to be doing things to. We might do something to the Subaru, just one thing, something small, maybe on top. But we got Shihara. The wife actually has the Rubicon. And yeah, so we still got 3 vehicles to work on. The majority of it's going to be on the Ugly Duckling here. And then we'll do some stuff. We do have some stuff for the Rubicon, the Black Ruby. And so it should be interesting. And then once we get done with this and get the work truck, maybe we'll get something else. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just work more on this and work on the other ones. But you have to subscribe, stay tuned, watch the videos to find out. Love you guys. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful